My name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rock.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tabua. We love Today FM in Tabua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selina, I'm from Tavengavengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Pula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM, in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, home invaders warned of serious consequences. Fiji recognised for efforts to reduce child labour. And 98% of the population counted.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Smith.
But first up, Attorney General and Minister for Economy held a press conference in Lautoka this afternoon to address various issues on the e-transport system and the review of bus fares. He highlighted that a review of the bus industry will be taking place and an 8-member steering committee will look into this.
With various different types of skill sets they'll bring with them, represented by the level of knowledge and intelligence they have from the respective organizations. They'll bring the respective data. We expect them to also go around Fiji to have public consultations and public input from members of the public, from of course individual bus companies too, that will be represented through Bus Operators Association, but there's nothing stopping them from talking to individual bus companies. As you know that there are different types of, different sizes of bus companies with different challenges, so we need to hear from those bus companies too as to what their issues are. And of course, like we said, hear from members of the public. And we hope to have the new bus fares as announced in the budget proceedings, that we'll have the new bus fares put in place by the 1st of January 2018.
4 alleged home invaders have been warned in the Suva High Court that if found guilty, they will be given harsh sentences. The judge said home invasion cases are rapidly increasing and the court will not tolerate those who commit such offences. Shireen Shivan reports.
Taitusi Delai and Nadanayali Bakata are charged with 1 count each of aggravated robbery, theft and theft of motor vehicle, while Chasaya Dumbui and Ilaithia Vivunda are charged with aggravated robbery. They allegedly entered the home of an accountant in Navua and stole assorted items worth over $7,000, as well as their family car in the early hours of September 15th. Prosecution informed the court that all the 4 accused were allegedly armed with kitchen knives and iron rods, and they allegedly threatened and tied the complainants with sellotape, and as a result they sustained injuries. 3 accused appeared without a counsel and they were told by the judge to engage a lawyer for themselves. Justice Temo said home invasion is a serious crime and he needs to protect the public from such perpetrators. The judge said if the accused persons are found guilty, they may be sentenced to 14 years imprisonment. They have been remanded in custody and the matter has been adjourned to November 3rd. Shireen Shivan, FBC News.
Fiji's efforts to reduce child labour has been recognised internationally. A pilot project was conducted by the International Labour Organization, where 12 Asia-Pacific countries made a pledge to minimise child labour. Rachel Nuth has the details.
The milestone achievement ranks Fiji's 2nd out of 12 Asia-Pacific countries to reduce child labour cases.
Most successful countries putting in place a series of from policy to monitoring system, alert coming in, then you go and send the investigation and bring the child back to out from the child labour, for example.
Despite the achievement, the ILO says more work remains to be done.
The unfortunate part is that we do not have the very hard data and the figures from those countries in the Pacific. So we can't really prove it. That's one of the things that we encourage them also. If you are doing well, let's prove it.
The private sector and government have been acknowledged for playing a big role in the achievement.
From the private sector view, it shows that tripartitism works in this country if we have a common goal. And we've shown it through this project, the Tackle project, which is tackling poverty or child labour through education.
Yeah, we believe that a child should have the opportunity, that
When a child is a child, that is a time for them to be educated.
Fiji is also taking the lead to achieve the 8th Sustainable Development Goal to eradicate child labour, modern slavery and human trafficking. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
Census 2017 has counted close to 98% of the country's households, with enumeration ending last night. Bureau Statistics Senior Statistician Emily Soderberg says the focus now will be to verify the data and also sort through the hundreds of callbacks that were recorded in most urban and peri-urban areas. Maggie Boyle reports.
The enumeration period has ended, and now the focus for Bureau officials turns to the data that's being collected.
So far, we have a 98% coverage of the households in Fiji.
Also on the agenda, according to Soderberg, is getting to the numerous callbacks in the urban areas.
We're currently doing a second week of sweep in the urban areas. This is to recheck the households that were unoccupied during the enumeration period.
As for the estimated 2% that haven't been counted,
we would still encourage them to call the toll-free line 5151 to let us know their location and their contact, so that we would be able to have the area coordinators contact them for a time that's convenient for them for the enumeration of their household.
Meanwhile, government statistician Apele Wangovonovono says no census has a 100% coverage. Preliminary results from Census 2017 are expected to be released as early as December. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
More than 250,000 of Fiji National Provident Fund members have less than $5,000 in their accounts, while 51,000 have less than $10,000. FNPF General Manager Member Services Alipate Wangairawai says this is a worrying trend for the fund. Savara Tumbor reports about 406,000 Fijians are registered with the fund.
Some who will retire in another 5 to 10 years' time have balances of less than $10,000, which is a concern to the fund.
Our membership that have balances of 10,000 and below that are going to retire in the next 5, 10 or 15 years is about 304,000 out of the 406,000. That's a very worrying stats for us. So this is why the fund is going about to workplaces and to create this awareness, asking the question for our members, are you prepared for your retirement? Do you have a retirement plan?
Fijians were asked as to how they prepare for their retirement.
I believe that when I start working, I'm going to use less amounts from my general account so that I have more when I am retired.
I'm a student, but I think when I'm going to start working, I'm going to save my funds for my retirement plans.
Mandatory FNPF members can increase their contributions by an additional sum if they want to. Sabara Tambua, FBC News.
Still to come, thousands don blue to mark Fiji Day and World Postal Day celebrated. Stay with us.
Moala rarara ranalika o tikongona tauna singa toka ando talifaka na wakaronga ng Bula FM number 2 na seri.
Ya dora subuli kurna bili. Ibora ni batu karaham para binaranga. Do talitakina na wakaronga ng Bula FM number 2 na seri. Bula.
Bula FM number 2 na seri.
People from all walks of life turned up to work and school today in their favourite shade of blue to celebrate our 47th year of independence. It was a sea of blue in the capital as people wore matching blue outfits or kalavatas to commemorate Fiji Day. Rachel Nath took to the streets and filed this report.
Happy birthday, Fiji! The significance of Fiji Day isn't lost on our youth.
Fiji Day is very important because I'll be celebrating it with my friends. All the community, it also marks our Independence Day for celebrating it.
To commemorate Fiji Day, Fijians wore matching Bula outfits.
We're planning to wear something similar for our Kalavata. So yeah,
Team Kalavata. Actually, we have a competition at workplace, Team Kalavata. So we prepared from last week.
And yeah, we're looking forward for tomorrow.
For some, Fiji Day is about being able to spend time with their loved ones.
Yeah, tomorrow is my good plan that tomorrow is a special holiday for us all Fijians. So I'm very appreciated that we're having a public holiday.
Yeah, we're planning to make some flags and some other items.
Down to town with my husband, go to the movie and spend some time with my husband and with my family.
Fiji Day celebrations will take place at Nandi's Prince Charles Park, Barara Flats near Lautoka and the Wunindawa District School in Neitasiri tomorrow. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
Meanwhile, Fijians in the Northern Division came together to celebrate Fiji Day in Lambasa ahead of the national celebration in Nandi tomorrow. The fun-filled day involved activities for the public as well as the civil servants. Eleanor Tarangaivu reports.
Nothing says Fiji Day more than a sea of blue and white and the waving of the noble banner blue. Fiji Day celebrations in Lambasa started a day early with a march through town and then the formalities at Subrail Park.
Our banner of Fiji Blue is being waved proudly in every corner of the country and in the world as we celebrate the 47 years of independence. 47 years that we have been responsible for forging our own destiny in the world. This is a remarkable achievement in itself and one that should be celebrated extensively.
According to the Tui Mathwata, Fiji Day is one time that Fiji shows its uniqueness, where everyone comes together as one, in line with the theme of Fiji, an all-inclusive and caring nation.
The theme resonates well with Fiji's involvement and chairmanship of the COP23, projecting to the world our value with climate change and our plea to the world leaders in saving the planet for our future generation.
Commissioner Northern Chovesa Wode says it's a time to reflect on our history, but most importantly, envisioning a brighter and better Fiji.
We forget about our dark days and let's work together to build a better Fiji, a better Northern Division, a better Lambasa for everyone.
Any celebration would not be complete without some fun and laughter. There were some traditional competitions and games for both the public and civil servants, as well as entertainment from cultural groups to round off the celebration this afternoon. Eleanor Turangeview, FBC News.
Despite advancements in communication technology over the years, there are still many people who prefer using the traditional form of sending messages and letters. Today marks the World Post Day, and it has been revealed that more than 3,000 Fijians a day use the post offices to send and receive letters and parcels locally and internationally. Kelly Vadala reports.
Postal services were established in the country since the 1800s and are still being used today.
In Fiji, when it started, it was the movement of mails through the boats and through land. It was they used to cut mail through horses.
Post Fiji today displayed the old equipment used for sending and receiving mail. Since then, postal services have come a long way.
When I used to come to Post Fiji, there were some services which was not provided by, back in 2010 and so, some of the services were not provided. And now we do all those, majority of the bill payments and everything, we have it here.
From back then to the 80s and 90s till now, the whole new system, we no longer use manual stamps.
Post Fiji now employs more than 400 in their 58 post offices around the country. World Post Day brings awareness of the post role in the everyday lives of people and businesses, as well as its contribution to global, social and economic development. Kelly Badala, FBC News.
The Naitha Provincial Council has been given an award under the World Health Organization's Healthy Islands recognition. This program enables the communities and countries to demonstrate effective and efficient ways of promoting and protecting the health of their people. The Naitha province has an approximate population of 20,000 and won the Best Proposal Award. Minister for Health and Medical Services Rosie Akbar says the council's submission to WHO focused on utilizing the traditional structures to revitalize the Healthy Island concept at the provincial level.
Achievement indeed will inspire our nation and our people to rise up to the challenge and contribute towards developing a healthy population. As I alluded earlier, it's a shared responsibility, and I hope you will continue to share your success story and thrive in your endeavors to promote the visions of the Healthy Islands program.
Ahead in sports with Rohit, IDC set for kickoff, but up next is Rachel with business.
Thanks, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up in business tonight. Eagle Boys opens and looks to expand business. And in growing Fiji, Tao Sports opens another branch in Nakasi. Stay with us.
I'm under of whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Kano Waterfront Lautoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the
Leading business tonight, Eagle Boys owner and operator Tanuj Patel says they're looking at opportunities to open an outlet in Nandi. Patel says they plan to open the eatery by next year. He adds since Eagle Boys opened in 2015, the company has performed reasonably well. Eagle Boys is located at Damota City and the newly opened My FNPF Plaza in Suva.
I'd prefer to go to Nandi. I just think the Suva it's already here, so Nandi, I think there's also an opportunity for us because we're not there right now.
And we now join Savanatha from HFC Bank with the latest from the trading world.
Vinaka, let's look at last week's South Pacific Stock Exchange market wrap. Two securities were traded with only 541 shares exchanging hands. The cumulated value of the transaction was $3,158. The securities were Fijian Holdings and BSP Convertible Notes Limited. In terms of share price movements, both Fijian Holdings and BSP Convertible Notes shares concluded the week at all-time high share prices of $5 and $8 respectively. As a result of these positive share price movements, the overall market value rose 0.09% or $1.5 million to end at a value of $1.69 billion. The SPSE Total Return Index also increased by 0.09% and concluded at 4193.07. That is our South Pacific Stock Exchange market news right now. Vinaka.
Thanks, Savanatha. Looking at today's exchange rates and foreign currencies in the Fijian dollar. The Fijian dollar weakened against the Chinese yuan and the American dollar to close at 3.18 and 47 cents respectively. While closer to home, the Australian and New Zealand dollars strengthened to close at 61 cents and 67 cents. And the PNG Kina was down to close at 134. As for the commodities market, a mixed day as we start the week with oil prices closing at $49.48 a barrel. Gold up to close at $1,276 an ounce, and silver followed suit, closing at $16.85 an ounce. And in growing Fiji tonight, with a growing demand for sporting apparels and school uniforms, Tao Sports has opened its 6th outlet in Nakasi. Managing Director Awadi Nanaraja says business has been booming, which led to this decision. Nanaraja says they have spent around $150,000 on this investment. Tao Sports has an outlet in Nandi, Waimanu Road in Suva, Lotoka and Valalevu, Nesinu.
People decide they are coming to buy in Suva town to buy their school uniform. So that is the main concern. We opened the shop here for sports gear and sports uniform.
And And that's business this evening. Now to the latest in sports. Here's Rohit.
Good evening in sports after the break. Bharti prepares for the Pacific Tri-Nations. And Fijian Drua returns from Australia. This and more coming up.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकू रेकी रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची एफएम सुनती हूँ। मिर्ची एफएम इज नंबर 1। इट्स सो हॉट।
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची एफएम सुनो अच्छा लगे। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट।
हाय, मैं संध्या नारिया रेकी से मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची एफएम सुनते हैं। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट। आई लव मिर्ची एफएम।
हमें स्पिन टोटो ताबुआ के मिर्ची एफएम में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे।
मिर्ची एफएम इट्स हॉट।
The stage is set for the kick-off of the first tournament on the Fiji football calendar. The Courts Inter-District Championship starts tomorrow at Lautoka's Churchill Park, where 16 teams will converge for 5 days of football fever. Putting in the final touches, but all will be ready for kick-off tomorrow.
Yeah, the final touch-ups will be completed by tonight, and we'll be doing the light testing again, and the sponsors have put in the banners, and they're still in the process of finalizing final things, and the council will be wrapping up again tonight. So first thing tomorrow morning, we should be ready to kick off.
Fans are being advised to get to the gates early as tickets are selling fast.
Yeah, to the fans in the Western Division, there is a huge demand for IDC tickets. I was in the city council today. There are lines, people trying to buy tickets, and the privilege card has been sold out. The male pavilion tickets are about to be sold out. Same goes with the pavilion B, and like we have said, there is limited seats.
The player transfer window closed less than 2 weeks ago, and all disputes have been resolved.
Good news is all the disputes have been settled. All the 22 registrations have been received, ID cards done. All the names have gone into our comment system, online registering system. And there's no case such as any player not being able to play because of transfer issues.
The tournament starts tomorrow with a Rewa JKT match at 1 p.m. We now join Vashnil Prasad, who has the very latest on IDC.
Thank you, Rohit. Yes, as you have seen, the scenes have been set in Lautoka at Prince Charles Park, and we are ready to roll here in the Western Division, and Churchill Park is in perfect condition. But joining me today here tonight rather is Fiji Football President Rajesh Patel. Mr. Patel, thank you for joining us, and back from business trip and from a Fiji FA assignment, probably looking forward to the IDC which will kick off tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Vashnil, and to all the soccer fans. Yes, we're looking forward to the Courts IDC that will begin in Churchill Park tomorrow, and all the district teams, I think, have prepared well. And it's good to see the ground conditions and the Lautoka City Council, what they had promised, they've come up with it. And we at Fiji FA are very happy to associate with Lautoka City Council to make sure the conditions that they would put out to Lautoka City Council, they have adhered to it. And we're happy the fans will enjoy the Courts IDC starting tomorrow.
Probably with the window transfer closing and districts getting new players and getting overseas players. Interesting to see the overseas players like Lautoka playing here.
Definitely. This is in preparation for the O-League, which Lautoka had qualified and Ba had qualified. And this window was for them to get the players early so they can gel with their team and everything. The second window that opens in February will give them the last chance before they can select the players for the O-League. But it was open to all the other districts too if they wanted. But as the rule that we have put in, that you have to bring the players for the whole year. You cannot change in first window or the second window. The same players has to be registered, and you can only register that many players for the whole year. And that is for the benefit of all the districts that wants to develop their younger players to play with other skillful players. And it is not just for a stint to win the tournament, but it is to develop the game here. And that's why we did it.
I believe coach will be out there to select players, as you have also confirmed to me, new addition to the international window where our team will play another team.
Definitely, Christoph Gamel, our national coach, he had been asking for another game, for international game, before the Estonia game on 20th of November. Cambodia has confirmed that they would like to play. AFC has given us the confirmation that the Tier 1 the match with FIFA approval has been given. Now the logistics has to be worked out with Cambodia, that we're traveling there or they're coming here, and that is what we're trying to finalize.
There you go, Rohit. It's not only the silverware for the fans, for the teams to win, rather, but also coach will be out there to select his squad for the 2 matches that will be held next month, Rohit.
Thank you, Vashnil. Melbourne Storm Suliasi Vunivalu and Manly Sea Eagles winger Aquila Uate are the top 2 contenders for the wingers positions in the Fiji Mbati side. Uate will be focusing on his 3rd World Cup appearance, while Vunivalu is looking forward to this weekend's Pacific Tri-Nations. Eroni Tuinuku reports.
Playing with the best in NRL and against them in the Pacific Tri-Nations is something Vunivalu will look forward to.
And yeah, to be selected this week, really means a lot. And yeah, having a joke with Billy and the other boys, I said, we'll see you in Fiji. So it'll be weird coming up against them. So, but like I said, it's really exciting.
To gain experience and exposure against the Kangaroos and Kumuls will be a format of play the Mbati will engage in.
But for us, it's about getting the experience. I think we want to go out there and learn as much as we can off the greatest team at the moment and get that experience. That's probably the biggest thing for me.
However, Mbati flyer Aquila Uate says there's no other opportunity greater than representing Fiji.
For me, it's a massive honour, and I can't wait to play in front of our family and friends, and to represent Fiji in Fiji against Australia and the Kumuls.
Fiji Mbati Rugby League side will be playing against the Papua New Guinea Kumul side and the Australian Kangaroos this Saturday at the ANZ Stadium for the Pacific Tri-Nations. Eroni Tuinuku, FBC Sports.
The Fiji Airways draw will focus on their discipline before they take on Queensland country in the National Rugby Championship next Saturday. The Senirusi Servokula coach side arrived back last night and will be on a bye this week. After Eroni Vasiteri was cited for making contact with the eye of an opposition player in their previous game, coach Senirusi Servokula says they need to play professional against professional teams.
And fighting in this competition. We just have to be professional because we are playing against professional rugby players and we have to live up to their standard.
Servokula says they have to bounce back after the shocking loss to the Rams and the 1-week break will help them.
2 games. First game was very disappointed. No excuses. We were beaten by a good team. They taught us a lot and there was a lot of positive from it. And we regrouped. And then we just want to win against the Sydney Rams.
Captain John Stewart says they will regroup after their break and work on their weaknesses.
Take things slowly, especially playing in this kind of high competition. But week in, week out, I've seen improvement in the boys and they know what the coach expects from us.
The Drua host Queensland country on Saturday week at 2 p.m. at Lotokas Churchill Park. Meanwhile, the Canberra Vikings moved to the top of the NRC standings after defeating Melbourne Rising 36-12 yesterday. Fijian winger Waisea Nadelevu scored 2 tries for Stade Franco to help them defeat Montpellier 31-20 yesterday. The win sees Timilai Rokondunguni's Lyon replacing Montpellier on top of the top 14 standings with 25 points. Melita Vanga reports. The hype for this week's Canada-Fiji Southern boxing promotion is building with 15 fights lined up for this Friday. Nandi Siliveni Nawai takes on Chese Ravun in the main bout and the hometown boy will be a favourite in front of his fans. Siliveni Nawai is undefeated after 9 fights and is confident of increasing his winning record.
I've been preparing very well for this fight. This is one of the biggest fights in my boxing career.
He is aware of the threat his opponent poses but says he has prepared accordingly.
This fight will not last us 10 rounds, but it will only last in the 8th rounds.
The organizers managed to draw a huge crowd at their last promotion and are hoping for the same this week.
We have lined up a few of the exciting fights. As you know, the Rising Stars, we have 2 boys who's going to put a great show.
The promotion takes place at Nandi Prince Charles Park on Friday with gates opening from 2 p.m. In today's play of the day, a Dutch footballer had absolutely nowhere to hide after missing a goal that has to be seen to be believed. That's it from sports this evening. Join Angie later on with weather. And in new media, AOL Instant Messenger will log off for good in December. That's coming up.
Bula, kera mai singatoka, kera ndo talita kana varorong na Radio Fiji 1 and Domoy Viti.
Ayaw na rin siya. Kombinasyon mo sekolah untuk talita na Radio Fiji 1 kena Domoy Viti.
Ayaw ko agaw sila tali, nagurara may nawamanyi, nandunga. Gitu talita gini ang gitu pinasibali, nagudurong barong na Radio Fiji 1 na Domoy Viti.
Na Radio Fiji 1 na Domoy Viti na ponga ni BNN.
In new media, AOL's Messenger is logging off. The door slams on a golden era of instant messaging. And it's weather time now with Angie.
Hello to you and to another day of absolute sunshine. The day was also bright and of course beautiful and humid, just to tie that in. Fiji Day if it is. Now you might be wondering what the weather will be like for tomorrow. Well, we'll get there in a while. Looking at the west, a cloudy day for a change. Eastwards from Peck Harbour to Suva, a full-on sunny day with few afternoon clouds. Showers are expected for tonight. And up north, few showers which later clear to cloudy intervals. At sea, east to southeast winds 15 to 20 knots with moderate to rough seas. And for the tides, high tide tonight will be at 9:09 with low tide at 3:22. See the beauty of sunrise at 5:41. For tomorrow, it's a holiday for Fiji Day and it will be a bright sunny day. So get down with your lovers and barbecues and raise the Fiji flag high. Tomorrow's temps, Bai and Lambasa will be the hottest with highs of 31 degrees. And looking further on to Wednesday, the great sunny weather is expected to continue. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. On Fiji on Pulse today, we asked, what are your plans for Fiji Day?
We have planned to take the children out. If there's a celebration out in Suva, we'll be taking them for the celebration.
Or I'll be going to play volleyball with my friends and spend some time with my family.
First of all, let's pray for beloved country. And tomorrow I'm going to spend quality time with my family members, staying home. And also in the spirit of Diwali, probably do some cleaning.
My plan for tomorrow to stay back at home and help my cousin.
My plans, I think I'll be taking my kids down to my Suva picnic park to celebrate my Fiji Day tomorrow. If not, I'll just stay home and do our cleaning.
Water flows a long and winding path from the sink to the ecosystem, but not before making an all-important stop at a wastewater treatment plant. It's more than just cleaning out dirt and debris we can see. It's about removing invisible contaminants that could poison nearby waters. Recapping the main stories, home invaders warned of serious consequences. Fiji recognised for efforts to reduce child labour, and stage set for IDC kickoff. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question, the results from last week, we had asked, do you think e-ticketing makes bus travel more efficient? 66% said no. This week we are asking, can the Fiji Mbati win the Rugby League World Cup? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go, our shot of the day was sent by Dexter Smith. The picture was taken at the Bengal Lagoon Resort dive site, Nix Tangilama, in the spirit of Fiji Day celebrations underwater. That's a fantastic shot. We'd like to encourage all our viewers to send in more pictures of our beautiful Fiji, whether it's our tropical flowers, stunning waterfalls, maybe a visiting cruise ship, or even your favorite pet. Just send them through to email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, we're wishing you all a very happy Fiji Day. Enjoy and stay safe. Bye for now.
Bula, kera mai singatoka, kera ndo talita kana varorong na Radio Fiji 1 and domoy viti.
Ayaw na rin siya. Kombinasyon ko lang ndo talita kana Radio Fiji 1 kina domoy viti.
Kaya kuyazo sila tale, nagurara may nawamanyi, nandunga. Gitu talita gini ang gitu pinasabali, nagunto rongo. Barong na Radio Fiji 1 nandomoy viti.
Na Radio Fiji 1 nandomoy viti na bonga ni BNN.